Hello. Can you hear me okay? Aggressive drinking sounds. Yep. had to check the mic. Dog's eyes been there for a sec. There we go. You're better. Oh, that's rough. Gotta make it a little more gradual. Whoops. whoops, I didn't have auto keying on. Stupid me. Sorry, I haven't streamed in a while, but I really didn't want to give away the things I've been working on. Finally released Pete the Power Cuck and Pengus. And this video, I don't work on it off stream. So you're seeing the whole thing. So if you wonder, like, why am I still working on this? It's because you're gonna see all of it. Joe doesn't deserve a raise. No, I don't, but I will be getting one. Are you using Eevee? Yep, this is Eevee. Is this video close to being done? Yeah, well, I mean, you saw how much animation is done and how much is not done. I might even finish the animation today. I'm just not gonna, it's not gonna be uploaded yet because I still have to do the audio. I think I recorded it a while ago, but I gotta dig that up again. And I need to edit it, I need to put it into the video and stuff. Are you using Eevee because of the look or something? Or is it because your PC is a potato on steroids? I mean, that's not an inaccurate description of my PC, but the reason I'm doing it is because I'm checking the pose in the reflection, because you're going to be seeing, like, you see how I'm animating it. I'm animating the real dog, not the reflection, but the reflection is what you see. So it is it's a new and unique thing for me to have a reflection on while I'm animating. I've never seen that before. Joe, bro, you gotta stop making NFTs. Nah. I like NFTs. It's like YouTube is like really not reliable always, and I make a little extra money selling NFTs, so sue me. You know, I may be an asshole about it, but I don't really think I'm doing anything wrong. I'm not advertising my NFTs to you guys. Bro, NFTs harm the environment. I know that, and that's why I'm using Tezos. There's a site called Teia, T-E-I-A, Teia.art. That's the site I use to sell my NFTs, and they don't destroy the environment. I get less money than the ones that do destroy the environment, but I care about the environment more than I care about money. Why NFTs? Well, it is my opinion that if you remove the environmental destruction, there is no issue. I hate the environment. I mean, I was gonna do NFTs, like, you know, the environmental destroying one, but then I found out how harmful they are, and I do an alternative NFT. You know, people still gave me shit for it, but I don't feel any guilt, and I'm gonna keep making NFTs because there just simply is no, you know, when you say they destroy the environment, you really mean they waste energy, and I'm not ever going to use my characters to create ridiculous amounts of waste. I've always been against that, whether it's NFTs or merchandise. And I'm really not asking anybody to lay off of me, because there's no stopping the hate from the NFT thing. I don't even care. Well, yeah. See, this is what people really want to know. Joe, didn't you talk smack about animators who demand better pay or something? I did, and I do, and I will continue to do so. And, well, I'm not asking you people to understand where I'm coming from, because it's a pretty complicated issue. But I've made my stance. I've said my piece. I said that New Deal for animation is a joke. And I still think that, no matter how many people give me shit for it, they haven't swayed me, unfortunately. Like, on a surface level, I would agree that animators deserve more money for the work they do, especially if they're doing more jobs, they're doing more work. But I really don't like those people. I don't really know how else to say it. Those people are cruel. I think that they have done everything possible to keep everyone out of their industry. You know, like they claimed it like it was theirs, even though animation should belong to everybody. I feel like they spent years talking about how great their jobs were. They spent years giving other people shit for saying like for example, let's say you didn't like Steven Universe. Let's say Steven Universe pisses you off, you hate it, it's gay, whatever. I would disagree. I think Steven Universe is good and gay, but let's just say, for example, you don't like it. You wanna express how you feel. Twitter is a shitty place to talk about things, but just let's just say, for argument's sake, you said Steven Universe sucks. Steven Universe is gay. Steven Universe harms the environment. Those people are going to make sure you never get hired just because you had an opinion. Like, that's not right. Like, those people are toxic. That's how I feel, that those people are toxic, and they've really kind of dug their own graves here with this whole like animation thing. Like, let me think of an example. I've followed people who would say things like, I love my job. I can't believe sometimes that I get to work in this field. I love my job so much. It's a dream come true. That kind of stuff. And like, these people say these things, and then the same exact people come out and say, my job has cost me so much. I've been abused. I've been neglected. I've been like, same people talking about the same jobs. I don't trust them. I think they're all creeps. I think whether it's the animation field turns you into a creep or they just were creeps, I really don't know. But like, I'm not gonna name any fucking names right now. That's not what I want to do. But there are people like that. There's a lot of people like that who and then like a week later, it's been like two or 3 weeks, maybe a month since that whole thing started. A lot of those people, they're just gonna go back. I saw at least one person just went right back to saying it's been a fucking dream come true. Person saying that their entire body has suffered, their health has declined to nothing, but then they go right back to saying it's a real dream come true. So yeah, that's why I've got a big chip on my shoulder. Although I should say that, like, what I say on Twitter is an exaggeration. I do it because it gets me attention. That's what everyone fucking does on Twitter. I use Twitter cynically because I think it's toxic and I think everyone should get off of it. It's not that I don't mean the things I'm saying, it's that they're exaggerated for effect. I don't hate animators. I just hate those people. I think those people have done a lot to prevent people like me from getting into their business. And now all I do is talk and it pisses them off. Like that's threatening to them. There are one of these people that pisses me off is, like, you know, possible rapist. I don't know. I haven't actually heard the story, but, like, people tell me this dude's a rapist, and he's like, and he blocked me, and he's demanding a new deal for anime. Like, to me, that's a joke. This guy who's incredibly abusive is acting all sad, and that's multiple people. Not naming names. It's just what I see. You know, you could say I'm abusive too, but really all I did was talk. I didn't do things to people. I didn't prevent anyone from getting a job. That's wrong. Like, can you see where I'm coming from a little? That, like, certain things, like making a green NFT, they're only wrong in the eyes of people I hate. People on Twitter. And I hate everyone on Twitter. No offense if I like you off Twitter, but I hate you on Twitter. That's just how it works. I hate everyone, including myself, on Twitter. Everyone's a whiny bitch. Everyone's self-pitying. It's a nightmare. And those are real people when you meet them in real life. They're not like that the way they act on Twitter. They're not like that. Average green tea enjoyer. Social media made y'all way too comfortable with disrespected people and not getting punched in the face for it. Mike Tyson. That's a pretty good quote. Although it sounds like he's mad. You mad, bro? Joe, I have a crush on you. Damn. Well, that's cool. Like, yeah, I think yeah, I'm toxic on Twitter, but I'm trying to make a point about how Twitter is toxic. There's something about Twitter that brings out the worst in people, to be fair. Hence why I deleted my account. Yeah, I think everyone should get off of Twitter. Like, I want people to see my tweets and unfollow me. I want people to see my tweets and stop using Twitter. And, you know, those people, they act like I'm doing this all, but they're milking it. Every time I don't say anything really what's the word? Like, whenever I don't say anything that's, like, sensationalist or what's the word? Like, outrageous. Yeah, like, whenever I don't say anything outrageous, they just, like, get frustrated, and then they make a thread about me. It's like, man, it's too bad that Joe. And, you know, it goes from there, because that stuff does well on Twitter. And, like, I will say that forever. I will take that to my grave, that is the reason they do that. Not because they care so much about the environment. Twitter is bad for the environment too. Like, when someone makes a thread about me and it gets 100,000 likes, that's way worse than an NFT. That's way more energy. It. I don't know exactly how much it is, but it's 100,000 people interacting. Like, I think you should all understand. Like, I know how bad NFTs are. I've looked at the numbers, I've done all the fucking calculations, and I've decided it wasn't worth it. But I never disagreed with the idea of people making money off of that. You know, some people shouldn't get money, but some people ought to. I think there's way too much inequality to say no to. You know, I think NFTs are kind of dumb, like everybody else, but I don't think artists making money is dumb. And if you do, then I might just hate you. Interesting how long Twitter randos latch on. Well, while I was selling the Dog of Wisdom NFT, I was responding to all of those people. They really thought they were baiting me, but I actually had another thing in mind. I was just doing it for more attention. And as soon as the NFT sold, that was done. I stopped doing that shit because it was all a fucking ploy. It was like I didn't plan to do that, but I totally took advantage of it. I hate those people. You know, I really actually do hate them because I didn't think I deserved all this hate. I just think I think it's a little funny because I don't like them either. Can you enable cycles for just a sec? I don't think I'm going to be using cycles. I think it's not going to look okay. Here, I'll show you what it looks like, but I don't think it's going to look right. Actually, you know what? Sorry, the answer is no. I would, but I don't want my computer to crash. I am on a potato. You know, like the thing with like the animation deal, there was a long time where I wanted to work in animation, like when I was a kid. But like even back then in like 2003 or 4, I could tell the shit was getting bad. That like around that time, Nickelodeon like just killed their animation studio. Like no more animation. No more animation ever again. And as a kid who wanted to work in animation, that was really stressful. That was really disheartening. And now I can see it for the like unfair system that it is. But like I can't feel any sympathy for those people. You know, those people have been worked to the bone, and I understand that. But I don't feel any sympathy for them. And I don't feel any sympathy because those people accepted those conditions. They made it worse for everyone. They made everything lower paying. They made everything shittier. Like, another thing I like to say that people don't like to hear is that everything sucks. Like, the Cuphead show is bullshit. And like, if you know anything about the New Deal for animation, they didn't even want to pay those people enough. So they like chopped up the series into 2 parts that like they're kind of selling it as like, oh, it's 2 seasons when it's not even 2 seasons. So like why should I have sympathy for these people who let all this shit happen? They just allowed it. And you know, like I feel a little sorry that they're being forced to do so much work for no extra money. But like I don't like those people. Those people hate me, and I can't stand them. Like, those people have no respect for me. Like, why am I supposed to automatically respect them? That's sickening. That makes me sick. I mean, another thing is like, I've seen all the, you know, this is unrelated kind of, like, if you want to know why I'm such a piece of shit, I've seen a lot of fucking abusers in my position, like YouTubers, people who get way too friendly with their audience. And I don't want people to think that I'm gonna be nice to them. I don't want people to think I'm gonna be nice to them. It's really not even my job to be a nice dude. I think I am a nice dude, but like not to everybody. That's certainly not my job. And if you don't think I'm a nice dude, I don't think it really matters. I think you're not here because you think I'm a nice dude. You're here because you like my stuff. And that's just how it is, and that's how it should be. It's like there's too many fuckers who give their audience this false impression, like, oh, if you be nice to me, then maybe you'll get a job, or maybe you'll get to have sex with me. Like, I'm not going to give you these things. Have you met Oni and G? I've never heard you talk about each other. I've met him. I don't like him, and that's all I want to say about it. How come you're so unliked? It's because the system everyone's used to is like, it's like a clout chasing system. You know, like people are nice, in quotes. They're not actually nice people. They're not good folks. There's ulterior motives to a lot of it. And, you know, I decided at some point that that's not going to be me. Everyone acts like a sweet little pumpkin, but they're actually really mean if you get to know them. They could be really cruel. Like, I had a friend who, you know, like, they acted nice. They were nice coded. They had a way about them that was like, this is a nice person. Wow, it's so cool to see such a cool person. But the things that they did were not nice. And I was really fed up with this person eventually. Like, I can't stand that they would, like, you know, this person seemed to have different morals from me. They were okay with, like, abusive and like pedophilic people. It's like, that's not good. I can't stand that this person acts nice, but then, like, everything they do gives me the impression that they're a creep. The system basically encourages predatory behavior. Yeah, pretty much. I can't stand it. I can't stand all the clout chasing. I can't stand all the predation. Like, damn, there are people in my community who have groomed children, and that's fucking. It's like it feels like it makes everybody weaker because they're all too afraid to stand against that. Like, they're, you know, I don't know if they make excuses for them or if they just outright believe, like, they outright agree with them, but it's not good. And like, I can't be so fucking afraid that I don't say anything about it, or like don't want to stand against it just because it could possibly damage my reputation. You know, my reputation, I decided, was worthless. And, well, I only care about how people perceive my videos. And, like, you know, I sound calmer now, and it's not because I feel sorry for what I did. It's really just because I'm less sad. I'm less lonely than I was back then. I'm still angry, but I'm way less lonely. Yeah, I mean, I'm not. It's hard to describe. Like, I'm not. I didn't turn into a mean guy. I've always been like this. I just never wanted to be like this in public until now. Is this like all fucked? No, it's fine. You know, it was kind of a slow transition, but I made a decision eventually that most of these people I've associated with, I really don't like them, and I think that even before they betrayed and abandoned me, or even before I betrayed and abandoned them, I felt like they'd betrayed and abandoned me. Like, I can't stand how when John K was called out, they all kind of like disbelieved or supported him. They would make excuses, or they would say it's all bullshit, it's all lies. And it's like, no, it wasn't. This shit was known about. This shit was known about for a long time by the industry. This is another reason I hate those people. They put up with pedophiles. They just allow it to run rampant. And John K., he was like actually grooming and having sex with kids. It's like can we really function as an industry when such shit is going down? I fucking hope not. You know, like, I don't even feel weird saying that I like Ren and Stimpy. You know, it's not my favorite show in the world, but like, I feel like people get the wrong idea. Like, I don't think it is a bad show because of the creator. And, you know, he certainly did not do it all by himself. That's why you separate the art from the artist. Well, yeah, I guess I feel that way about me. That, like, I've carefully cultivated a reputation as an asshole because I feel like I'm not the product. You shouldn't buy and consume and discard me. You should never really even interact with me. But I do these streams because you know, it's fun. It helps keep me motivated. But, you know, as far as having a reputation of being an asshole, still feel like I'm not gonna do anything really bad. Like I'm not John Kay. John Kay put like a fucking magazine ad, put out like a magazine ad that's like, give me a call, and it's like, I don't know how they didn't catch that back then, but it was not just creepy, it was really damaging. Bro, are you gonna turn this dog into an NFT? Probably. Although, honestly, not all videos are really like good to turn into NFTs. Like, you know, if you're curious about other problems with NFTs besides the obvious ones, NFTs are downloaded from a decentralized server. So it's like, instead of like you know, like what we're doing right now, the stream is coming out of YouTube. It's coming out of Google servers. But NFTs are not, like, the files themselves are not owned by anyone. They're not anywhere in particular. I mean, they are. They're on IPFS. If you've ever seen a site that was under a DDoS attack, it can be brought back with a service called IPFS. It's basically like it's like, I don't remember what it stands for. Inter something file system. And yeah, like sorry, I forgot the point I was trying to make. The point is, it's like really shitty downloading files from IPFS. Like, honestly, I think a big part of it is the people. The people are doing something wrong. Like, NFTs, in my opinion, should be really small files, but other people upload NFTs that are just fully uncompressed, and it's like, the loading is like, here, I'll like show it, like how it looks. Like, it's like 56K. It looks like this, like it loads like this. It's annoying. Something that I believe very strongly, and that I've always done with my videos, is make them small, because I know that people have limited time. they might click out if the video takes too long to load. Here's some motivation. Thank you. NFTs are one step before we start selling paid. I mean, honestly, if you have a problem with me selling NFTs, I doubt that you actually care that much. I think it's all kind of publicity for you. Like, it's kind of a way to show other people that you have morals. And like, I also have morals, but I've decided that I don't need to show them. I think I'd rather just live them. Like when I decided to make NFTs on Taya, my NFTs take as much energy as a tweet. Really. Like, think about that next time you tweet. That you're wasting as much energy as my NFT did. And I feel like once you tell people this, they fly into a rage and they call you a liar. It's really just denial, though, because you know they know that I'm not doing anything wrong. They just want to be mad, and I give them lots of other reasons to be mad. Whether it's because I said that, you know, fucking PewDiePie has enough money, and I said that, you know, Rice Pirate is a molester, and I said that Vivzy Pop sucks, and you know, these are the things people are really mad at me about. Do you own NFTs? In fact, I do. I mean, since you people love NFTs so much, I guess I'll show you the NFTs that I bought. Actually, there might be some nudity, and I'm not sure about terms of service. I'm not sure about YouTube's terms of service on nudity. Yeah, no, there's too much nudity. I'm not gonna bother. What happened to Danielle Kogan? Did she stop animating? Well, she didn't stop, but she's got a full-time job, and well, animation wasn't really making the money she needed, so she only does it part-time now. She does it on the side. But don't worry, she hasn't gone anywhere. I'm still working with Danielle. I'm working with Danielle on Pete the Power Cuck and We Heart Earth. Have you lost friends because of the NFTs? Honestly, not really. I feel like the only friends I lost were fake friends. Because, you know how I was saying before that there's like a lot of people on Twitter and, you know, social media and shit that like are really just there for the clout. They're just there to like stand next to you and absorb some of your powers, like as if like they need you for that. And I never realized people were doing that. And once I made the NFT, I realized a lot of these people were phony. That they really just wanted me to be presentable for them to exploit. Like, for instance, I had this one friend who would ask me things like, "Dude, are you friends with Rubber Ninja? Hey, can you introduce me?" And I never gave any indication that I was. I've met him, but I'm not friends with him. And after I made my NFT, he was like, "Dude, do you realize what bad PR NFTs are?" And I don't know. Made me wonder if that person was ever my friend. Or if they really just wanted me to be something that they own. Like, I really can't tell anymore. But luckily, that was only like two people. Like two or three people were pissed off that I made an NFT. And it's like, yeah, it feels that way for all of them. That like they really just wanted me, they wanted something out of me. It feels really wrong, and I feel like it messed me up. That like, even when cause like, you know how I'm explaining myself like with the fucking green NFTs. I didn't want to do that. I don't think I have to explain myself. I'm just shooting the shit with you guys. Like, I know no one's even gonna listen to this. No one on Twitter will ever share me saying that like I don't feel any guilt because I don't think I did anything wrong. Because if anyone started to agree with that, then they wouldn't be able to make these stupid posts about me. I personally don't support NFTs, but I'm not holding against anyone. I just support your work in animation, Joan. I'm not trying to show hate. But it is extremely disrespectful to me that people are saying what I should be doing. And I think if you really are a fan, you should trust me that I know what I'm doing. Because, honestly, I've never listened to you people. You guys, you don't know what you want. You think you know what you want, but you don't. And that's why whenever I make something new, you demand it. Like, for instance, let's go back all the way. Like, I made Iron Bad, and it was something that people didn't know they wanted, but now they do. And it's like, can you make another thing like Iron Bad? Can you make another thing like Iron Bad? I get that for years and years. And then when I did it, instead I made FrumpleQuest. And then for years and years, can you make another thing like FrumpleQuest? Can you do more FrumpleQuest? And when I did it, I made Great the Show. And people are like, can you make more Great the Show? And when I did it, I made Audrey and Victor. And now they're like, can you make more Audrey and Victor? And I was like, no, again. And I made Pete the Power Cook. And you see how it's going to repeat. It's like, where's Pengus? Where's Pete? Where's Audrey and Victor? Like they're going to ask for all of those things. But you guys don't know what you want. That's why I don't give you what you ask for. It's not because I hate the idea of making those cartoons. It's just that I'm more interested in this other thing right now. And yeah, like buy product, get excited for next product. Right. Those people just want to consume. That's why they're so mad at me, because it makes it more difficult for them to consume my work. Like like I don't feel any, like I'm very against John Kay. I will say it when it's not a popular thing to say. I will be very stern about that. But like other people would feel like they can't. And I don't feel ashamed saying, haha, funny thing from Ren and Stimpy, like quote Ren and Stimpy, that kind of thing. I don't feel weird to do that because I already know what my morals are. I know where I stand on, on the creator. But most people I've seen think that it's about that. Like it's like they enjoy my animations, but they're like they feel conflicted because they don't like me. It's like, it's honestly, you don't know me. Nobody really knows me. So why does it matter if you don't like me? I don't know. I feel like I would rather be hated than treated like this. I'm happier now because I did this. Like it gave me peace and freedom to disown a large portion of my audience because I felt like they were already really toxic. So yeah, like next time you see someone saying, "Man, Joe, blah blah blah, NFTs," like question their intentions because they don't care about the environment. I do. They don't. And they're gonna clip this and be all like, "Wow, Joe said what?" Remember, it's all just tabloid nonsense. It's all just stupidity, and it's pointless. It's self-defeating. Like, why would people even do it to themselves? To get so upset about something that really doesn't have much to do with them. They think they can control me, and they've never been able to. And that pisses them off that they can't control me. And it honestly, what they do works a lot. It works on a lot of people. It works on big businesses like Disney do better. Like people are so accustomed to telling companies what to do that they think they can do it with individuals. But I'm not a company, and that's something you all need to understand. That the stuff you say to me doesn't make a big like effect on my decisions. No offense, but a lot of you guys are children. I don't understand what kind of person I would be if I listened to children. Like, I mean, I'm not saying children are always wrong. Greta Thunberg is fucking right, even though she's like extremely angry and people don't want to listen to her because of it. But that doesn't make her wrong. And she is a child, or she was a child when she started, and like doesn't make her wrong just because she's like young and uneducated. Like I think she has every right to be this pissed. Sure, you can do what you want and I don't care, but do you have to talk down to people to support that point? Well, I think I feel better about a lot when I feel better when I can tell those people off, because I don't think they deserve to talk to me like that. These are people I don't even know. Like, you see how I can sort of have a normal conversation about this here? It's because it's not Twitter. I don't feel like you people are bots or some shit. I can have this conversation. It's just on Twitter, I am a monster. Because Twitter does that to everyone. Why even bother with Twitter? Well, I don't use it now, but I felt like I had to do that in order to save my sanity. And, every once in a while I poke at them. Like the other day I said making an NFT was the best decision of my life. And it's true, but like I only said it because I knew it would piss a few people off. I want them to hate me. I think that they're all like, I think they're all cruel. I think they're just cruel. I saw your tweets about the whole new deal for animation thing. It's too true. These dudes have gatekept the environment they work in so long instead of working to make their workplace not a toxic dump. Yeah, yeah, good on you for also being able to see it. It's yeah, the gatekeeping. That's what they do. They've made it impossible for you, a person who has some minor criticisms of Steven Universe. you said Steven Universe is stupid. There's too many songs. The songs are cringy. Blah blah blah, etc. You know, everyone's got some version of this take, but like that is no reason to block someone from getting a job. Like I feel like, and these are kids. It's like the thing that always gets said is like, what's with these people who want to work in the industry but then talk shit? It's like, I don't know, maybe they just want to criticize. Like, is that against the rules? It makes me think like these people wouldn't have such a sucky industry if people were more critical. Like, they're not critical enough. It's a big problem. You know, I do like Steven Universe, but I think a lot of those criticisms are correct. There's bad episodes. There's shit that sucks in that show. The problem was that they stretched it out too far. They have there's a good show in there, but you have to cut out like a lot of the filler to get to it. Like, they stretched it out for way too many years. And, you know, that's just my personal opinion, but some people say it was never good, and I disagree with that. But that being said, I should be able to talk shit. I'm not trying to be mean. I mean, maybe now I am because it's built up. Resentment is built up for decades now. But like I wouldn't say it to be mean that like, oh, this show is bad. I just like, I don't know, like, it's how I feel. And like the fact that no one says how they feel makes for a really like lame industry full of cowards. And you know, that's just how I see it. Like, you know, on a surface level, I would support animators getting more money, but this is a sick industry. Like they fucking love John Kay. Like, I think the pilot. Are you saying the pilot or the plot of Steven Universe is perfect? I mean, the pilot is good. Unfortunately, they had to redesign the characters to be easier to draw because Rebecca Sugar's style is like out there, and well, that's kind of what I wanted to see because I was already a fan of her shit before that show existed. But you know, it's fine. I don't really have any severe things to say about that show, to be honest. You know, go watch it. That's what I have to say about it. Watch it now because like the fucking hype is dead. Now it's probably safe to watch it and like witness it for what it is as opposed to what people want you to think it is and what they say it is. You know what I mean? Like people really want you to like, oh, it's so important that you watch this show. Like, no, just watch it because you like it. If you don't like it, then like at least now you won't feel any obligation to keep up with it just because your friend likes it and watches it when it's new. You know, like the best way I can describe it is like it's like pink Dragon Ball Z. That's what it is to me. It's the same as Dragon Ball Z, but it's pink. But yeah, getting off of topic. Remember when Rebecca Sugar drew CP? Nah, come on. That was funny. That wasn't CP. That was just a joke. She drew Ed, Double D, and Eddie like undressing each other. It was funny. It's like Double D's like undressing Eddie, and Eddie pushes him away and says, "Quit being such a fag, Double D." It's like, that's funny. That's not CP. Give me a break. That's a parody. You know, there's a line, right? Like, if it crosses into being gratuitous, then yeah, that's probably CP. But like, is anyone getting off to that? And yeah, I'm sure someone is, but like, someone is getting off to everything. You've definitely come a long way with your work and life, Joe. No matter what you make, I'm glad the only content you do makes you happy and keeps you busy. Yeah, well, you know, believe it or not, getting off of Twitter and like making a big scene as I left, that's really helped me get back on track. I feel like those people were kind of in control of me. They made me worry too much about the kind of things I said. And now I feel like I'm back to normal. Like, I'm actually making videos again. I'm having fun with them. I'm not worrying about like pleasing those people, because I realize that it's worthless to do that. What do you think of Elon trying to buy Twitter? I mean, it's sickening, but also totally appropriate. Elon is a fucking shitlord, and Twitter is for shitlords, so it works perfectly. I really hope that he buys it, and then it's fucking worthless after that. If you want to make easier limbs, use inverse kinematics instead of manually moving each bone. You know, I know what I'm doing seems insane, but I am doing it on purpose. I'm using FK animation on purpose. I know it looks crazy, but I'm doing it on purpose. Trump or Biden? I didn't vote. Did not vote. I was too afraid of getting the COVID. Remake the Dog of Wisdom. You know, I get messages sometimes asking for an HD upload of Dog of Wisdom. There is no such thing, because like there is no high quality video of it. It doesn't exist. That's the highest quality there is. And like, the reason is because there is no rendering in Dog of Wisdom. It's all real time. And it's actually just a viewport, like this one right here. And I used OBS like I'm doing right now. And I just like moved the character like except, you know, not with my mouse. I used a motion sensor to do it with my hand. Dog of Wisdom is like Pengus. You take away the low quality, it gets worse. See, you're getting it. And you know, that's another reason why it works as an NFT, is because it's so small. The file is like 6 megabytes. A specific inspiration for Power Cuck video. Well, it wasn't my idea to make it into a video. I came up with the concept. It was in my sketchbook, and I showed it to Chris, who's, you know, he's in the chat right now, and he kept asking me to make it into a thing. He kept asking, like, could you please just make that? And I was like, why do you think it's so funny? And I realized he was right. It works as a series, and you know, there's gonna be more of it because that's how I planned it. There's gonna be more Pete the Power Cook later. Only 6 megabytes? Yeah, it's something like that. It's less than 10 megabytes. It's like 6. Can you post the dog miles? I'm gonna make a remake of Dog of Wisdom. No. I'm not giving you the models. Maybe I'll put them, maybe I will eventually put them up, but you're not gonna like it because it's gonna be in an NFT and you're gonna have to download the NFT. although trolls already like doing that. They love downloading NFTs. Oh yeah, that's another weird thing that I never told anybody because I didn't think they'd even listen. That people always say, haha, I downloaded your NFT. I right-clicked and saved Dog of Wisdom the video. Like, I never told anyone, but like, that doesn't make me mad. I'm glad that it's so easy to download the video. You can do that. NFTs don't prevent that. They make it easier. The thing that prevents that is YouTube. YouTube fucking prevents that. Why'd she throw away the meat? Dude, it was the Clinton years. People didn't give a fuck. They had money. NFTs doesn't make it easier to download. Yeah, it does though. Because if you go to the NFT page, you can just right-click it and save it. This is something that people have made painfully clear to me. And, you know, they've screenshotted it and posted them downloading it. It's like, good. Honestly, I made a whole website that's like a YouTube clone that you can download my videos. Like, you can easily download them. Here, I'll post it in the description. everyone likes me. I'm cute. It's like, here's an upload of Dog of Wisdom, and it's not YouTube. It's actually my own site, and you can easily download the video here too. You can't right-click it and save it, but like if you click the little 3 dots next to like the likes, dislikes, share, save, etc., you can just like click the dots and download. It's easy. You just click download, and you can even torrent it. That's how fucking easy it is. You can direct download or torrent. It doesn't even matter. Yo, motherfucker, 6 peers. Oh yeah, because I just posted the link. Do you see that? Do you see where it says 6 peers? That's how PeerTube works. I can see you. Like, PeerTube works that like whoever's watching a video is also sharing it to other people who are watching, and like that makes it so it's like economically feasible to run a site like YouTube. Like, YouTube is actually really inefficient. This is way more efficient, but it comes with some drawbacks. Like, you might see at the bottom, it says some technical information about your system, such as a public IP address, can be sent to other peers. That's not necessarily true. It's just potentially that could happen. PeerTube's not big enough for anyone to have made a tool where they can see the other peers, although it could happen. That's why the warning is there. Have you tried SFM? Yeah, I couldn't really get into it. I thought about making stuff with it because it had a cool puppeting program, but never really got too into it. Frankly, the fact that you can still own or download is one of the few things I like about the concept. Right, like, NFTs in my mind are a way smarter way to make money than paywalls. Like, it's like the opposite of a paywall. Like, you make it so people they do not have access to the media. So what about you just give everyone access to the media, and then they can also pay you for it if they wanna support you. Like, people always say NFTs have no real value, and they're probably right. NFTs might not have any real value, but either way, I need money, and you're supporting me by buying them. So it's like merchandise. It's really no different. In fact, it's much better than merchandise because it's clean NFTs. It doesn't make as much waste. There's no shipping involved. But yeah, like, let me be clear. I know how bad dirty NFTs are. It's like, to make, like, just so you understand, like, I use a coin called Tezos, and Paris Hilton doesn't know or care about Tezos. Paris Hilton uses Ethereum, and Ethereum, to make an NFT, it's like taking a plane trip. That's how much power it uses. It's sickening, and people are right to be mad, but they're wrong to be mad at me because I'm actually aware of all this. There are things like it already that are not good, like gold farming. People will just leave their computer on all day and have a script play World of Warcraft for them. Fundamentally, that's the same as mining Bitcoin, because it's wasting power to create a virtual currency that has no real value. I mean, Bitcoin has utility, But honestly, the value makes it less useful. The value makes it less usable because people aren't going to want to actually spend it. They're just going to want to keep it because they know the scam will make them money. I mean, personally, I have made money selling Bitcoin, but it was only because I forgot I had it and it was worth a lot when I realized I still had some Bitcoin. That was a long time ago. If I'd held that Bitcoin, I would have made a lot more money. All crypto is a scam? Sort of. I don't think so. I think all crypto is prone to scams, but I don't think by itself, I don't think it's a scam. I think there's actually a lot of people who could kind of rely on it now. Like people make money. People's jobs are about crypto. There's this one artist on Taya that I follow who, like, their entire life was turned around by selling NFTs. And, like, you know, that doesn't seem like a scam to me. I guess, yeah, there are probably people buying their NFTs and pumping up the price, but you know, when you see enough NFTs, like when you see so many NFTs, I feel like the price kind of levels out and they're not as scammy as the fucking Bored Apes. Like, if you think you know all there is about NFTs, you don't, because you haven't seen this, like, the other side of it. Like, you could say NFTs are a scam, you can say they're artless, and you'd be right, but I could say the opposite and also be right because of the place I hang out on. Like, there's a site called Teia, Teia, and honestly, it's just art. It's actual art, and it's really, to me, it's no different from Tumblr or DeviantArt. It looks just like it to me. Like, this is to me, it's like Tumblr 2.0. You know, before I got sick of Tumblr. NFL NFTs confirmed. Well, you got to remember, like, this stuff existed in other forms before NFTs, like baseball cards, Pokemon cards, Yu-Gi-Oh cards. You know what I'm talking about. This shit is all scammy. Beanie Babies, Funko Pops, come on, what else? Like, I don't know, like, you know, a lot of people compare it to Pogs. Yeah, Pogs are, you know, some kind of scam. I don't think it really went anywhere. I think it was kind of dead after a couple of years, but you know, I get what they're saying, but like, just because something is scammy doesn't make it a scam. Like, you really think that like Yu-Gi-Oh and Magic the Gathering, you think it's all a scam? Like, you think that there's no actual players? You know, you got to watch out for the people pushing scams, but like, there's still actual players who, like, you know, they love the game so much that paying that price for the card is just like, you know, that's just part of life. They don't you know, they want that card. It's like, some people do it for money. You know, some people say, I want that card so I can sell it for more money, but other people just want it. And that, you know, if someone is happy to lose money, then I don't think it's really a scam. I think it's just a market. Yu-Gi-Oh is a scam. Nobody actually likes it. I'm convinced Yu-Gi-Oh fans are part of a giant psyop. I don't know. You could be right. You could be right. People might all pretend to like it. I've personally never seen the appeal. So I'm like sort of in the same boat as you. There's a huge market for digital art completely outside of NFTs. I mean, there is, but there's limited ways in which you can make money from it. Like, if you make digital art and sell it as a print, I mean, that's kind of defeating the point, I think. Digital art costs, just because digital art costs money doesn't mean it's an NFT. Some digital artists do commissions where people pay the artist to draw for them. Yeah, but some people like me just draw whatever I want, and you know, I, as I said before, I don't listen to you guys. When you tell me to make stuff, I don't listen to it, and even if you say you'll make so much money if you do another Iron Bad, like that doesn't mean I'm gonna go and do it. Like, money is not the only thing I care about. Believe it or not. I just think it's more honest to talk about how you do need money. I think it's more honest than pretending like you don't need it. Pretty immediately, I saw NFTs become bigger. I thought if this gets better, it sounds a lot more fun than commissions. I think so. I think it's better art than commissions. I hate commissions. Like, I see people's commissions on Twitter and it's all disgusting shit. Like the kind of shit I've seen people do as commissions, you know, as bad or worse than NFTs. I mean, I'm as disgusted as everyone by Bored Apes. You know, make no mistake. I hate CryptoPunks. I hate apes. I hate all that shit. I would never buy any of those because I know the coin is not worth it for the environmental impact. And I know that it's not really going to be worth anything later. It's just a stupid craze. And like, I'm not about any of that. But like, listen, I don't care what you believe. You can disbelieve me all you want. I'm over it. Like, I'm here to make videos. I never stopped making videos just because I do some NFTs. I think it's good that you're not listening to fans because it can put pressure on the creator. Right. Like, there are certain things that, you know, the fans are right about. Like, you know, if someone is a child groomer, then that person kind of deserves the hate they get from their fans. But I think, like, you know, ultimately it's up to that person's friends to tell them off. You know, like, none of my friends told me off, so I didn't start believing that I've done something wrong. You know, some people have tried to calm me down. Some people have told me it's stupid, it's not worth it, and they're right. But I don't know. I felt like I needed to make my vitriol known before I could get better. And I look back on that time and think it was dumb, but I really don't regret it. I think I did the right thing. I think that NFTs have a value that is similar to the personality of an Instagram model. That's not a nice thing to say. I gotta tell you, I disagree with that. Think, although actually maybe I don't, if because I do believe in the value of an NFT, and I believe in the value of the personality of an Instagram model. But I disagree with what you're getting at. I'll tell you why. There is an Instagram model that gave me one of the best fucking quotes ever. Like, holy shit. It is what we're talking about still, by the way. Like, you know how I said, like, we shouldn't really put too much stock into what our fans want from us. And there's this Instagram model, you know, she's an actress, she's not an Instagram model, but like, she started modeling on Instagram. This is Ariel Winter, who voices Sophia the First on Disney Channel. And she has huge tits. She is hot. And like, you know, she's like really into her body. She loves to show it off, like in bikinis and stuff. And she got a lot of backlash for that. Like, she got a ton of backlash because, you know, supposedly, like, oh, you're not being a good role model. And she said, people should think less. People should expect celebrity, like, fuck, I'm gonna fuck up the quote. It's like, people should think, more about their children being individuals. Or fuck, what was the quote? It's like, people should stop looking to celebrities to be role models and look at them as individuals. That's what it was. And she's right, because look at all the pain and suffering that comes from idolizing people. It's bad. It's really bad. Like, don't want, like, John Kay wants children to think he's nice. I want children to think I'm an asshole. There's a difference. I'm part of crypto since 2018. NFTs are pure garbage. Zero respect of creators. Too much speculation. I would recommend that you go on Teia, TEIA.art. It is a nice site. Honestly, even if you're not interested in buying NFTs, I think you might like it because it's got a lot of good art on it. And every single one of them only took the same energy as a tweet to mint. So there's really no guilt associated with doing it. People want me to feel guilty, even though I don't think I should. I don't think I have a reason to. Do you make NFTs, Joe? Yeah, I like NFTs. I'm not explaining myself, though. I've already done so. I don't feel ashamed. I don't really care if I'm not getting across, just because I've been treated like shit. So I don't put a lot of stock into what random people that I don't even know think of me. I don't think you would either. Ariel Winter is sexy. I just wanted to mention that. She's sexy and she's not so dumb. Maybe she doesn't have too much of a personality. I didn't meet her. I can't really attest to that. But she said something pretty smart that no other fuckers wants to say. Watch Smiling Friends? I did. This is boring. What's the file size limit to the thing NFTs transfer? Like, most of the time, the thing that the NFT is representing is so big, they just put a hyperlink in it to an image. That's kind of funny. I mean, it seems really stupid, but it's funny as hell. That sucks. Like, you have this file on a server that's eventually going to disappear, but then you have this NFT that you can't even load that will never go away. Smiling Friends is great. You're wrong. I mean, I gave it a chance. It's like, you know what my problem is? Um, felt like there's no reason to make a show like this, like from an internet creator on, but it's like on TV. I feel like the dude used to make like, you know, much more like kind of like offensive or biting kind of content, and Smiling Friends just feels like a like washed out version of that. It's like it's not like super edgy. It's like it seems like kind of watered down for television, and I'm not about that. That's something I've kind of like always avoided for myself. They're under a major publisher. It's not their fault. I mean, yeah, it is. Why make excuses for people? Like, yeah, it's their fault. They signed up for this. They knew exactly what they were getting into. Like, I don't see how it's not their fault. That jump actually looks pretty good. Yeah, let me add it in between here. Oh, fuck us. Oh, right. You gotta key everything. There we go. You know, like I don't like Zach, but I think he's funny. You know, I think he can be pretty funny. Uh, I didn't really see that show as very funny, unfortunately. See, this is the kind of thing that if you say it on Twitter, people just get like all defensive and say like, "You'll never work in this town." It's like, dude, I don't give a shit. First of all, I don't care about that. Second of all, that's wrong. Why would you care about who Zach is a person? It's just like the way he's acted. Like he can be a really cruel person. Like I've seen him at his worst. And like honestly, like any shit that I talk about anyone, like Mick for instance, like people still get the wrong idea about what my intentions are. Like cancel culture. Like I don't want to cancel people. I think that's stupid too. That's not the point. The point was that I was using Twitter to tell people a little too much information, and I just wanted to be able to talk about it. I didn't have some like vendetta against Mick. You know, like I guess a part of me thinks it's important for people to know this, that you know that he fucks with you, but yeah, it's not because I have like a personal vendetta and like want him to get fired or some shit. That's not my goal. Oh, he's trying to cancel it. Like, yeah, like that's just what stupid people think. That's just what people who aren't using their heads think. Like, I'm not even sure if it is stupidity. It might just be like people are intentionally like, because like, you know, like stupid implies that they've always been this way, but I think Twitter makes them stupid. So they're like dumbed down, not, you know, necessarily idiots. I hope you get into the voice acting field. Well, I'm not going to because that's just as fucked as animation. I want to learn how to make animations. How old are you? Because I was 12 when I began. I would highly recommend getting started already. You know, don't wait for college. Don't don't wait for anyone to tell you that you can start. You don't even need a textbook. It'll help, but you don't need it. You can just start without it. Don't let things get. Don't wait too long. I started pretty young, and oh well, I am also 12. LOL. I knew it. I could tell. Somehow I could tell. Yeah, then my advice to you is get started immediately. If you can't, like you physically don't have the ability, or like you don't have the tech, then I would practice drawing. You know, I would practice drawing in poses. Like, I'm against tracing. I think that's, you know, for losers, but tracing to learn is not so crazy. It's not so stupid, or it's not that bad either. If you trace something and you learn something, you know, just as practice, not as art that you want to publish, just as stuff in your sketchbooks, I think you can do a little tracing. And my method as a kid was always to trace once and then never again. Like if I didn't know how to draw a character, I would trace them once and then try to draw it without tracing. I learned Blender when I was 11, now I'm 12. Yeah, I mean, Blender. you wanna learn 3D, then Blender is free. Blender is powerful. Blender, if you have a laptop, I would say go easy on it. Don't do too much rendering. Save every 10 seconds, that kind of thing. But you don't need a really fancy setup. You can buy a small tablet for cheap. They sell tablets that are like $40. Uh, I would recommend getting something a little better, but to start, you can start with that. You could just start with a $40 tablet, or if your mom has like an iPad with a pen, that's another thing you could get. Start like you could just like buy the pen if the iPad is compatible with it. The pen is probably like $100 because it's Apple, but that's something I've seen people draw on. Although I would say get like a little graphics tablet. Oh, you have one? Okay. Well, in that case, you really have no excuse. You say you want to learn animation. Well, you can start right now. You should download Flash. Here, I'll give it to you. Hope the link is still up. Have it memorized. Oh, whoops. Add a hyperlink to that. There you go. Let me just make sure it's like still up. Yeah. Okay, so like I'm not even gonna ask if you have Mac or PC because both versions are available on this site. If you want to use the one I use, download Macromedia Flash 8. It was the last version that Macromedia made before they were sold to Adobe. I will say that Flash CS3 and CS6 are also solid, but I prefer Flash 8. It depends on what your computer is powerful enough to handle. All right, this scene looks pretty good. I'm going to go to another part of this now. Yeah, right here needed some work. Yeah, you gotta start early. Animation is too much work. It takes a lifetime. And you don't need to be good immediately. You can just animate some garbage. That's what I did. That archive is the only reason I'm even able to try animating. Good. Very good. What do you think is harder, 3D or 2D? They're about the same. They're very different. So like, they got like way different. There's way different like skills you need to know. If you're a 2D artist, you really got to figure out how the fuck you're gonna turn this into something that looks like what you already do. It's like it's not easy. It's like it takes some time before you can really get a sense for how to make something look good in 3D. But once you do, you can really apply a lot of the things you already knew from 2D. Honestly, I began both when I was 12, or maybe I was like 13 when I started 3D. I was young when I did both, so that's why I've got skills in both. I would not, if I were you, if you want to listen to my advice, don't pick one because it's easier. You do both because you'll be better at both if you do that. something here that I didn't know about. Should be said here, if you were 12, stay far away from animation Discord channels. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. There is a predator in my community. And I'm not going to say his name because I don't want you to go looking for him. But there is, you know, there's not just one, honestly. Like, there's quite a few predators. But there's a predator that was, like, in my circle, basically. And I had no idea. The guy was always just kind of, like, he didn't say much. But, like, seeing who he is now, it's like the way he treats people, the way he treats kids. A predator? Oh, I'm sure there's only one. Yeah, I corrected myself. Cause well, I'm just saying, like, I don't know that many. I just know this one guy. And holy shit, is he fucked up. And he told me I was making a spectacle. Oh shit. Motherfucker. It's like the way that he just, like, the way he just talks is creepy. And, like, you know, he talks to children the same way he might talk to a girlfriend. Like, he gets on these animation discords where he has access to kids. You know, like, he's talking to kids, and I have the chats, and, like, he tried to deny it. He tried to say it was all bullshit, but I just know it's true. As uncomfortable as it is to believe, I just know it's true because he is that kind of person. He is narcissistic and cruel and has no regard for those kids. It's like, yeah, like, don't fucking go on there. You know, like, I'm not gonna tell you shouldn't be here because, like, obviously a lot of my audience are children. You know, you belong here, but, like, it's risky, even places like this, because I'll talk about sex, I'll talk about, you know, Ariel Winter's huge titties. Like, that's not stuff that you really ought to be exposed to. And you know, some of the people who do that shit really want to groom you. You know, like, they want you to start, like, getting used to the idea of, like, talking about sex. And it's like, you know, these guys are fucking losers. Don't pay them any attention. They're trying to hurt kids. Like, they're fucking failures, man. Oops. Keep doing this by accident. Is it Max Gilardi? God damn it. I was talking about like a predator who's like creepy to kids and talks to them about sex, and someone was like Max Gilardi. I wouldn't go that far to say Max is like that. I hate the guy, but like he's never given indication that he would do that. Oh my god, if he did though. Holy shit, that'd be messed up. Nah, Max used to be my friend, but he was an asshole to me, so no more. Why do you hate Max? Should I hate him too? Come on, don't you people have any fucking backbone? just tell yourself how you should feel. Like you don't need to like follow anyone else's like opinions. I mean, you know, personally, I think his latest cartoon was pretty bad. I thought the voices were bad. I thought the like cinematography was extremely lazy, like all his videos. And you know, when it comes to him as a person, I think he's not a very nice guy. I think he's extremely self-centered. He wanted to hire me and got really pissed off when I said no. And so it was actually him who didn't want to be friends anymore, not me. Like, come on, you people. Like, you don't. Why do you care why I dislike the guy? You know, like that's your business. Like, I'm not gonna judge you if you like his cartoons. I've also laughed at his videos before, but like, you know, I just happen to think that his recent ones are pretty shitty. This up somehow. Oh shit, it's still messed up. Whoopsie, I'm gonna have to fix this now. Oh man, I have to fix this whole thing. This looks real bad. I think I accidentally moved the wrong frame before. That's what's going on. Okay, that looks better. Let me make one more in between right here. I bear no responsibility for my opinions because they belong to you, Joe. Yeah, now you're getting it. Don't have any opinions that don't come from the top, okay? And don't talk big about bad. or talk bad about big. I really didn't think there were real kids here. I think I'll mind my tone and not be as ironic. Yeah, I mean that's something that Twitter is a problem too. Like, because Twitter technically you're supposed to be 18 to use Twitter, and like part of me thinks like, oh, maybe I can retweet this porn star who posted a sexy photo. But there's also like actual children there, even though they're not supposed to be. And they're gonna get exposed to that shit. So I'd rather not anymore. There's no like space where I can really do that. Which is kind of too bad, but like I'm not even thinking like, oh, we have to protect the children from sex. Like, I'm just thinking like they don't want to see that. They're not interested yet. It's like, don't expose them to shit. That's what like weirders do. Part of me thinks that nudity is okay for just about anyone to see. But, there's also a limit. Like, how gratuitous it is. I didn't want to show the NFTs I own because I realized there's like some actual sexual stuff in them. Bad parents. I mean, Twitter needs to regulate better. Yeah, those bad parents. I mean, Twitter are really not doing enough. YouTube's for kids, animation's for kids, cringe, edgy humor has always been for children. Yeah, I mean, there are certain things that I don't think are too extreme for kids, like like the thing in Pengus I was like a little concerned about doing was like having a gun appear, but like it's done in a cartoonish way. It's like it's not there's too much bullshit. It's like, oh, we need to not show guns because blah blah blah. Like where they think that some kid is gonna watch the show, see the guns, and then just like cause a shooting. Like they're really just thinking about themselves. Like, oh, I'm responsible. I'll be responsible for this. It's like, no, children are exposed to thousands of pieces of media with guns, and it doesn't make them become a shooter. I do think that like certain things like like GTA does affect how you see the real world. Like when I played GTA 5, I was afraid when I got behind the wheel because I was like driving like I was in GTA. I was like scared that shit was gonna get really fucked up. I wasn't quite there for it, but I kind of wish I could go back to Tumblr instead of having to share space with Twitter users. Yeah, I also hate it. I miss Tumblr, even though I could go back anytime, but I miss Tumblr. I feel like Tumblr has not been the same since they were sold to Yahoo. But now some yahoos are controlling Tumblr. It's like Tumblr hasn't been cool in like a decade. Hang on, I'll be right back. Got some cashews. You ever have a bad trip? Yeah, I was 16. I had never smoked weed before. And this is just weed. This wasn't anything crazy. But I tried weed and bam, like not even after a little bit, but just immediately I was blasted. I was stoned out of my fucking skull. And I'm like, holy shit. It was so intense that I wasn't sober until like 2 days later. I could still feel it very, very slightly. I could still feel it. And I don't know. It was sort of a good experience, but as far as bad trips go, like that was one of the most intense. Like it's tough because weed causes paranoia. And once you get it in your head that you just smoked some shit that wasn't weed, you start spiraling in paranoia. You become inconsolable. It's like, oh shit, that wasn't weed. That was PCP or some shit. And, maybe it was. Because I've never been that high since, but... Oh, fuck. I was so fucking stoned. I was like watching Spirited Away. And just like drifting in and out of consciousness. I didn't even remember. Because like I'd seen that movie before, but it felt like I was watching a movie I'd never seen. I'm like, you say stuff, and then you immediately forget what you just said. Yeah, I'm not saying don't do it, because at the end of the day, weed is not that bad for you. But yeah, stuff like that could happen to you. You could get blasted. I don't want to smoke it. I'd rather eat some gummy. Good for you, because smoking is terrible for your health. And until recently, I was smoking it. I would not recommend that. Nowadays, I have gummies, but I also have this shit. Vape. I got a little weed vape. And the best part is that this shit is legal. You can just go to a tobacco shop and get like a ton of weed. You don't need a card. You just have to be 21, I think. And there's some shit that's illegal, like you shouldn't do it outside. Like, well, actually, no, you can do it outside. I just mean like you shouldn't do it in public. That's not legal. And I actually don't know the law on like weed impairment when driving a vehicle, but I assume that's also not good. Probably could get arrested if you're really fucking stoned. The only thing is that like you only get arrested if the cop can tell that your driving is erratic, and they can look at the way you drive and tell that you're under the influence of alcohol. Because when you drink alcohol, your judgment is diminished. You might make stupid decisions, like, for instance, no, I'm fine, I can drive. It's like, yeah, you might say that, but some of the time you're not fine. And like usually I just like wait it out, because I'm worried that saying I'm fine, I can drive is is just bad judgment. But the thing I was getting at is that like a cop will not be able to tell you're stoned by the way you're driving, unless you're driving at 1 mile per hour. Imagine a car that gets high driving at 1 mile per hour. Dude, stop doing NFTs. I'm actually going to be making more NFTs, so you should get used to it and not even bother to tell me to stop. Frankly, it's a waste of your time because I'm already doing them. You plan on making another literally Hitler animation or anything else involving Audrey and Victor? Yes, eventually. I'm not sure if I should talk about it because the ideas are still floating. I know what it'll be about, but I don't have the story. The story is not finished yet. And well, Hitler's probably not going to be in it. Just don't look too hard for Hitler because I don't think he'll be there. So, are you all 12? I feel like I'm teaching a class right now. I should if you guys really want to learn animation, I can be a little bit specific with like the things I'm doing and like explain it a little more. But only if you're actually paying attention. Because I really don't want to waste my time. Just like any teacher, I don't want to waste my time if you're not learning. Why did Victor keep blushing or having heartbeats when he saw Hitler? I get asked this so often. Victor blushes because Audrey read his mind. Get these fucking thoughts out of your head that Victor has a crush on Hitler, although that is an excellent theory. And I don't want to drown it out, but that was not my intent. I'm 26, new to the channel, just tuning for the controversy. That's funny. Yeah, I know that's a really interesting thing to talk about. People hate NFTs, but they always want to talk about them. You know, if they just shut up, that they would also save a lot of carbon, a lot of carbon waste. That doesn't explain why his heart started beating when Hitler's theme song played. Because he was scared. What do you think? What are you implying? You think he's in love with Hitler and that's why his heart is beating? Oh my god. It could be. Holy shit. You know, this is why we should never listen to the creator, because they could be lying. I could have intended it that way after all. It is the brilliance of the filmmaker to make things that are ambiguous, that people can apply their own interpretations to. So even though I wasn't brilliant on purpose, I will take credit for it. What was that song that played at the beginning of Literally Hitler? I know it was German, but I'd like to know the name of it. It's an original song. It's called Here Comes the Fuhrer. And the lyrics are, here comes the Fuhrer straight from the bunker. He is a wanker. Dun, 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 dun. He hates the Jews. He's gonna kill you, and you won't be redeemed. La 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 la. Yeah, it rhymes in German. Hier kommt der Führer, frisch aus dem Bunker. Ist ein Wichser. Bum, 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 bum. Hasst die Juden, will die Toten und nicht verlösen. Yeah, that's the song. Here kommt der Führer. You can look it up. I'm pretty sure Chris uploaded it to SoundCloud. And that was me and Chris singing with also like a digital orchestra doing the vowels, but not the actual words. So like if you get rid of my singing and Chris's singing, it just sounds like yeah, like there's no consonants. NFTs aren't that bad. It's just that a bunch of people and influencers makes it look scummy. Yeah, you can say that about a lot of other things too. Like you can say that about porn. Not all porn is nasty. Some of it is quite tasteful. You could say it about toys. A lot of them are really cheap. That doesn't make them all bad. A lot of toys are made just to make money, you know, without any regard to the quality of the product. It's really, you know, your perspective. Make sure you're not seeing the only perspective, because like I can see what people think it is, like, and they're right, because a huge part of it is, but I'm not a part of that. And like I'm not explaining myself to you people. I'm just saying that's why I don't feel bad. I don't feel bad because I didn't destroy the environment. What's your opinion on buttered toast? You gotta butter the bottom. Don't fucking talk to me if you butter the top. Get the fuck out. Mention NFTs once, everyone goes apeshit in chat. Well, you know, it's kind of a hot issue. It's like, no pun intended. I I guess it does make me a little hopeful that people at least know about climate change. uh, it's not a great thing though, because their method of trying to make it better is actually making things even worse. Like, I didn't want to make waste, so why are you making waste? Why are you talking about them so often? You know that those messages are there forever. They're pretty much the same. They're equal to an NFT. And, you know, that's an exaggeration because I'm talking about a clean NFT is equal to a tweet. But you gotta see how when a tweet gets like millions of retweets, millions of likes, that costs a lot of energy. That costs a ton of energy. Just all those people looking at a tweet. Like, here, let me give you some perspective on the whole energy use by NFTs thing. And, you know, again, I'm not trying to excuse the energy use. I think it's aberrant. I think it needs to be replaced with one that doesn't use energy. But like, if you make a video on YouTube, like a 1-minute video, for instance, and if it gets like 300,000 views, that costs as much energy as an NFT. So yeah, like YouTube and Netflix also waste a shit ton of energy. And frankly, I think there's a lot of it that just shouldn't be. Like, streaming music, for instance. That's another thing that it's like you could download it once forever, or you could download it over and over and over. It's like, why is that so acceptable? Streaming is bad. It wastes a lot of energy. People would waste less energy if they just could download these songs. Download to their fucking phone, which they can turn the internet off on. You know, like, that's how it should be. I don't agree with streaming because it wastes energy, just like an NFT. Dude, please rename the objects. Hell no. Fuck off. Do you see how many objects there are there? Fuck off. Everything costs a lot of energy. Yeah, even just like typing into a chat and sending a thing, that costs something. Probably costs similar to what an NFT, what a clean NFT costs. You know, that's the thing I get. Like, if you're making dirty NFTs, maybe that's your business because you live on this planet. But if I'm not making dirty NFTs, I'm making clean NFTs, it's none of your business. None of your business. You're not solving anything either. You're creating more waste. Sorry, but it's true. And I really don't care anymore if people believe me, because I have people who do believe me. Hard drive space typically, well, yeah, I mean, that is another limited resource, especially with solid state drives, which are much smaller. What's the difference between a clean and dirty NFT? Well, a clean NFT uses millions of times less energy than a dirty NFT. You know, Ethereum, which is extremely valuable now, and you know, Jimmy Kimmel uses it. That's the dirty. That's the shit. Ethereum is created by a dude who has been constantly promising that he's going to clean it up. For like 10 years now, he's been bullshitting us. He's been, you know, maybe not that long, but it's been like 6 years. It's like Ethereum 2.0, it's coming. It's going to solve the dirt problem. It's going to solve the energy consumption. We're going to have, you know, it's going to do different validation. Tezos, the one I use, is already that. It's similar to Ethereum, but it doesn't use energy. That's what's cool. And like, these fucks, they've been getting rich because like recently the price has been popping off in the last 2 years. And like, he's been getting rich. And yet he still can't fix the fucking thing. It's bullshit. And we have to rely on this guy who once defended child porn. We have to depend on this asshole to not destroy the earth. It's like he's extremely dangerous because he won't fucking do it. It makes me sick. That's why I would never ever buy into that shit. It's all false promises. Ethereum and like, you know, anything like it, like Dogecoin, that's also a waste of energy. It's nothing but that. It's just a waste of energy. This person's like actually spamming porn. Can you like die? Oh, come on. It didn't remove the fucking didn't remove the fucking name. Go away. Are you serious? Is it not hiding them? I don't know. It's ironic that anti-NFT people tend to be perpetually online and tweet 100 times a day while constantly consuming YouTube videos. Yeah. Also, hey, can we claim always online DRM hurts the environment? I don't know if it's actually bad, but it's sure a waste of energy. Well, that's what they mean by hurting the environment. It wastes energy. It creates carbon. So there's no difference between using too much energy and hurting the environment. That's what people are saying when they say NFTs are bad for the environment. All they mean is it creates too much fucking carbon. You know, like you take your car and like you drive it 5,000 miles. Like that's a lot of carbon waste, but you did sort of need to get around. It actually had utility compared to a fucking NFT, which really doesn't have utility. And the people who claim it does are saying like carbon offset. That means the way we make so much money doing this that we can afford to do things that are good for the environment. Like that's insane. That's actually like brainworms. That doesn't make sense. But people buy into that. Like, oh, we're doing carbon offsetting. It's very interesting, but it's a terrible excuse. They're just greedy and they're liars. Like, look at any NFT project, like, you know, like any Ethereum NFT project. It's all broken promises. Like, there's that Cryptoland thing. There's like some fucking fighting game with apes that looks like shit. There's like a lot of these projects that just go nowhere, and it's really all for like the quick scheme. It's like NFTs are the new shitty Kickstarters. They're like, yeah, buy the NFT and you'll be in the cool club, but then the cool club doesn't even exist, so there's nothing to buy the NFT for. What's your favorite kind of cheese? Ooh, that's a tough one. Come back to that. Were you surprised when Dog of Wisdom went viral? I was. I guess I wasn't surprised that people liked it. I knew it was going to get a lot of views, but I was surprised how many it got. Funny how an NFT of the first tweet is now worth $200, down from a few million. Makes sense. NFTs, it feels like at this point, like everyone knows the drill. The NFT is sold for too much money, and then it's not worth enough money. It always happens. It's the same every time. If we move to nuclear power, the anthropogenic, I don't know what that means, but maybe you can explain it. The anthropogenic carbon output would be drastically reduced. I agree. I feel like nuclear power probably should be used a little bit more. As everyone knows, there's like problems with nuclear, but you know, I think you might be right. There's I can't say, because like on one hand something bad could really happen, and on the other hand, if nothing bad happens, people are always going to think it's going to happen. People are always going to be afraid of nuclear. They're never going to get used to the idea. Like, I'm pretty sure that's how things are. People are afraid of nuclear power, and that's why it's kind of fallen by the wayside. Nuclear power, you know, the meltdown in Japan, like that was terrifying for the whole world. Anthropogenic is a fancy term for man-made. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I mean we don't like making carbon, because then we're gonna have to deal with the consequences of that. How do you feel about the Chris Chan thing? Well, I guess how I feel about Chris Chan. I feel like very conflicted because on one hand, I think Chris Chan deserves all the hate he got, but on the other hand, I think the internet is way too giddy to pick on autistic people. It's like, you know, maybe Chris is a terrible person, but like I don't feel great about like the like culture of just like fucking with autistic people who don't know any better. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say, because Chris is like a huge piece of shit. Terrible friend, sexist, racist, homophobic, all that shit. And creepy, like would like touch people inappropriately. Are the Elmer Fudd Trump cartoons still coming? Yeah, I'm planning on doing that. Probably in May, actually. I'll work on that on stream. How do you feel about the Chris Rock thing? Oh man, it's been like 200 years since that even happened. I like, you know, I've totally lost all the passion for it because it's like been talked about a little too much. But I guess, you know, at the time I was thinking like, man, what a huge asshole. You know, like this he thinks this makes him look strong, but it doesn't. It just makes him look like a weirdo whose wife fucks other dudes. It's like, why are you defending your wife so violently? You know, like, doesn't seem like she really treats you very well, so I don't get it. I guess that's what it is then, that like he's treated poorly by her, so he treats other people poorly. Like that's what they deserve because he's not happy. I don't know. I'm not really sure. I don't really know the situation too well about him and his wife, but I feel like by doing this, he really just made it all everyone's fucking business. Some people cry for help, others slap. I mean, it doesn't seem like he slaps his wife. Honestly, it's more likely that she slaps him. I feel like she probably treats him like garbage, just from what I've seen. I'm no expert on the matter. Meet Will Smith in Power Cook 2. Come on. You know I'm not making anything about current events. I don't really do that. I think I might have tried it before and thought it was stupid. Anytime like, you know, like anytime like something happens and like people rush out to comment on it, I feel like it's like gonna blow over really soon, so like it doesn't even deserve the conversation. That's kind of how I feel right now talking about Will Smith and shit. Like, this kind of doesn't even matter. It's like I hate those people and I don't even trust them. So like, you know, like some people think it's staged. That I kind of thought it might be staged. Just because I know the Oscars haven't been doing well, I thought it might be staged. But like, either way, it's just some dumb celebrity bullshit that I don't really care about and isn't really about me. I'm extending these arms, so I'm actually gonna have to like make the body go up, not down. So like, as I said, if you're actually listening, I can explain what I'm doing. Do you see what I did? You see how the body goes up now on that frame? And then it's gonna have to go up a little more here. I'm holding down shift so that I can move things really slightly. That's not working. Yeah, like that. Yeah, that's better. Oh yeah, that looks good. Now I have to fix the feet. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. Well, now I gotta look at it in the reflection. I mean, the dog barely moves. I might have moved it a little too, like, not enough. I can try fixing it by changing this frame instead. Yeah, I mean, this is a place where IKs would be handy, where like the feet wouldn't move by themselves, but I like don't give a shit for some reason. Oh, here's another thing I can fix. Wait. Start earlier. Oh, there's weirdness with this leg. Gotta fix that. Sorry, I'm not really looking at the chat. I'll check it out in a minute and try to answer some of your questions. How do you like your eggs? Scrambled, hard-boiled, soft-boiled? Nah, none of that. Just omelet. Omelet. That's good shit. I think, you know, someone asked what my favorite cheese is. Probably the same person. I don't know. Probably mozzarella. Mozzarella. I think probably the whole world agrees with that, honestly. What are you gonna do? What better cheese are you gonna find? I mean, I would say cheddar, honestly. but cheddar doesn't do it for me the way mozzarella does. NFTs are bad. Why do you have an NFT icon? do you collect apes or something? I like how the fan messes with the light here. Does it? I wasn't sure if it was actually working. Like the yeah. You can't actually tell that the light is like, you can tell like it's the light from the window actually. Or is it? Maybe that's not being caused by that. It looks like it's raining. I hope it doesn't look too weird when I render it. There's also a little bit of grundis, like, because it's pixelated, so like it's, yeah. But when I render it, it's gonna look a little different. Does this window pop up? Where I do this? No, it's not popping up. But I did a render, and it looks a little different, a little higher quality than this. How do you feel about NFTs? They're all right. I think they're kind of stupid, but I don't think artists making money off of them is stupid. It like honestly is, to me, I get that there's scams. I get that there's bullshit. But to me it's about gratuity. It's like, why would I want to buy a thing like this? Well, you can give that person money. You can give that artist money. It's like if you see a really good piece of art on Tumblr, right? What are you gonna do? You hit the little heart, and that's what they get. They get a little heart. I posted this art and it has 56 likes. Like that's what you get. You get nothing basically. Likes do nothing. They don't help. Do you even remember all the likes you've gotten in your life? I'm sure you don't. So yeah, like to me, like it's just like this art is good, so there is no like button. If you want to favorite this art, it costs money. That's how it feels when you buy an NFT. It feels like you're just very slowly paying, very slowly hitting the like button because like you have to check out because you pay and stuff. The whole screenshot NFT joke is so overdone it doesn't even make any sense. Yeah, it's weird because like as I said before, making NFT art, it's like it becomes more available. It's honestly better than Twitter. It's better than on Twitter where if you like, let's say you post a GIF, like I've made plenty of GIFs. I made a few NFTs that are GIFs, and if you post a GIF on Twitter, not only does it loop like shit, but you can't right click it. You can't save it. You can't even get that GIF. You can't get the fucking GIF off of Twitter. Why? I don't fucking know. I don't even know why you can't just like take a GIF from a Twitter post. But screenshotting a GIF is stupid because you only get one frame. But like right clicking and saving a GIF, that's something you can't even do on Twitter. You can do that on an NFT though. Twitter literally removed the media preview tab today. Today? Oh, really? The entire site sucks for any visual media. Oh yeah, it's terrible. They're not real GIFs. They're converted to some dumb form. Oh, I get it. They're videos. Hey, what is that? What is up with that? Well, regardless, thank you for telling me that. That makes sense. Because yeah, I actually remember that. I remember like knowing that like while using it, I understood that at one point and forgot. Do you like your fans or hate them? They're okay, honestly. I don't hate my fans. I just think that they have, they have no ability to tell me what to do. That's not the same as hate. It's like having children. Your children should not be leading you. That would make you a bad parent. That's how I feel about my fans. Like they say, don't do NFTs. And I'm like, that's nice, honey. Like that's how I feel. Like you can't tell me what to do. You're not my parent. You're more like my children than my parent. You pronounce GIF as GIF or GIF. I pronounce it GIF. So yeah, when I say GIF, I'm actually talking about GIF. I don't like the fans too much. They make me sick. I gotta say, my fans are better than Ed's World fans. My fans are better than a lot of other fans. Like Ed's World fans are fucking. They're psychos. I don't need them. Hey Joe, if you met Roger Bumpass, would you tell him about We Gotta Get SpongeBob Back, or tell him about how bad modern SpongeBob is? I mean, I'd probably just want to talk to him about uh, I'd want to talk to him about heavy metal because he was in that. He's really good in this one. He's in like one scene, I think. Um, Yeah, as an Ezreal fan, you're not wrong. Yeah, you've noticed that then. The Ezreal scene is very toxic. I think my fans, even though my fans hate me, I think they're not as evil. Isn't Dog of Wisdom dead or still alive? Are you asking about the real dog it's based on? That dog's still alive. Yeah, I love Heidi. She's a good girl. Mhm. When you add new Audrey and Victor video, uh, it's hard to tell right now because, um, I think I need to do a lot of living before I can finish writing it. Like, I have the story in mind. I know what the major beats are. But like there's like a lot that I still need to figure out. Um, and so I stopped working on it. You know, hope you can understand that. Please understand, as Iwata would always say. It's something I talked about a lot and then stopped doing. So I feel a little bad, but it's just still gestating. Like this Pete cartoon has been in the works for a long time, and the Audrey and Victor story arc I want to do has not. I haven't put that much work into it yet, so it'll happen. It's weird hearing your normal voice after hearing your joke voice for 10 years. I hate the Ezreal fans, but you gotta respect Matt's dedication. I don't really respect it. I think he's driven himself insane with it. Like I talked to him once and he sounded like it was making him mad. So I don't know if I respect it. Think he could probably do himself a favor if he walked away from it. I'd like to see another Frumple quest. That's another thing I kind of gave up on. I don't. It doesn't mean I don't want to do it still, but I wasn't ready. So Frumple Quest, the story arc, is also going to come eventually. Right now, I'm focused on Pangus. I'm focused on Pete the Power Cuck and Pangus, and Elmer Fudd commercials, and this project. I'm doing. Have you actually gone insane, or is the Twitter mob just exaggerating? Well, I think I'm actually as sane as I always was. Um, and like what they say when they say I've gone insane, I really just become more vocal about it. Are you done with Great the Show? I think so. Yeah, I think Great the Show might be done. Um, Unfortunately, I mean, I would like to bring it back. Uh, I just yeah, I guess like the only thing that really needs to be done is bumpers, because like um I did there has actually been a lot of great submissions to Great the Show. They're just not for Great the Show anymore. Remember I showed you that website? Well, maybe you just tuned in, but I have a website that's like Great the Show, the website, and for a couple years now, people have been submitting stuff to it, and I've been treating it similarly to Great the Show, where every submission would have to make it into Great the Show. So yeah, enjoy Great View. Great View is the site, the first peer tube I made, and it's all it's all uncensored. I mean, there's nothing really like that bad on it, but like for the family simp, the version of this is uncensored. The version that's on YouTube that I just uploaded is censored. It's blurred and whatnot. The original version is still on YouTube. It just doesn't get any views anymore because of the shit, or maybe Bart's cock. I wasn't even sure, so I just blurred them both. Family Simp really deserves to be watched uncensored. So here, let me post the link so you can see it. I don't think anyone needs to be shielded from Bart's dick. I think we can all witness Bart's dick. Could you give us a hint about what the next part of Pete the Power Cuck is? Well, I would rather not. I don't think I'm going to be working on Pete live. I'll think about it, but I think I'll probably just do backgrounds like I did last time. I did some background sketches while streaming, and like I could probably do that again, so you might be able to see what the setting is. But other than that, I'd really like to keep that under wraps so that you can enjoy it. I'd rather not give too many hints. I guess like I will say that like the next video is gonna feel very similar to the first one. I think like it's almost like a recreation of it. It's like it's not a recreation of it, but it's like very little progresses in the story. And I think the next few episodes will feel like that. Advertiser friendliness is such a pain. Yeah. I wasn't even sure what I was doing wrong. I had a feeling it was the poop. It was like the poop joke. There's like a pretty pretty gratuitous shit snobbing scene. Is there more Audrey and Victor coming? I actually have a lot of concepts. I just don't know when I'm going to make them. There are certain episodes that I've figured out. There's like some really short ones that I want to do. But there's also like a big storyline that I'm trying to figure out, and it's it's almost there. I have the main plot. I know what it's about. Was the outline for the crossover already public, or the concept was so obvious you guessed everything that had happened correctly? No, I didn't guess anything. it's not like that. It's people just think that because they don't know any better. I didn't guess it was all like pretty much revealed in a trailer, like, you know, like the scene where Stewie and Bart make a prank phone call, that was in the trailer. So I didn't think of that. I didn't think of any of that shit. There were a couple things that we were like insisting would be in it as a joke, like I think Danielle was like really sure that Chris and Lisa were gonna get married. So we made that the fucking plot. And you know, I embellished on like the fucking them go to Springfield by having them go into space. You know, I didn't think that would happen, but I still like, you know, figured like, what if? Honestly, still like that animation of that rocket car like rotating and taking off. And like, I know what you're thinking. Are you gonna make NFTs of those videos? I don't know. I'm not sure. It honestly, I don't feel as good about that because those videos are really like, they're kind of designed for YouTube. And I don't think NFTs makes a ton of sense of all of them. Also, the only thing I've minted so far was Dog of Wisdom, and I made that video all by myself. So like, if I did an NFT of Family Simp, I would need everyone who worked on it to be okay with it. Like, I would have to reach out to Danielle and Living Tombstone and ask them, can I make this an NFT? And I haven't done that because I'm not like that serious about doing it yet. Honestly, I think it would be a good idea because that I lost a lot of money by being demonetized on that video. But yeah, I'm not doing that anytime soon. I was thinking about minting all of my videos cause why not? But I haven't done that. Like as I said, I feel like yeah, I did like a shitty job of explaining this before. What I was saying is that NFTs are on a public server. Not a public server. They're on like a decentralized server. And the bottom line is it's very slow to load something off of that because it's like it's not compressed and it doesn't come from anywhere in particular. It just comes from like a cloud. So like that those images and videos load like shit. And I was gonna mint a high quality version of Chillfin, but it was like 70 megabytes, and damn, that would load like ass. So I decided, you know, that's maybe not a great idea. Pepper's Thanksgiving was all yours too, right? Oh yeah, that's true. I did make that one by myself. I mean, it's kind of a silly video though. I don't know if it's worth any money. NFT of every Millhouse frame. Danielle did all those Millhouses. I mean, I would like Danielle to do NFTs, but I don't think she has any interest. Just because, you know, I think NFTs are very uncool now. But if cool people were making clean NFTs, maybe they'd become cool. And what happened? What actually happened to SpongeBob? And we gotta get SpongeBob back. I guess I never really had like a true like meaning or understanding to it. It was just that he was gone. Like SpongeBob is gone, and it's like actually impossible to get him back now. You know, like SpongeBob is dead or gone in some other way. Like that's you know how I felt about it when making that. it's possible that he's dead, but like he also like still exists a little bit. NFTs are just stupid. You want a link, they're bad for the environment, and they add nothing new to the table. I don't think so. I think like artists getting money for their work by actually being able to sell it is something we haven't had before. I think that brings something new to the table. I think the ones I do are not bad for the environment, but you might have a point. You own something that's really like ethereal. You can't really grab it, but you do own it. And if you haven't been saying that about cryptocurrency, I don't know why you're saying it now. Do OnlyFans? See, this is what I disagree with. OnlyFans is actually not very good, I hear. And, it keeps people away from images. Images that they should be able to click and save and share. Like, I feel like people who do OnlyFans should do NFTs. Do NFTs of your nudes. That way you can get money, everyone can see it, and it's valuable. It's not like the value doesn't go directly to OnlyFans. There needs to be a fucking blockchain for OnlyFans. Like, people just move away from it because it's weird having a site be that big. That many people are on one site. It's weird. But with decentralized internet, you're getting money that no one's in control of. You're getting the people that you need, not just like everyone. And like everyone can still see the media, which is cool. But it's like going through a museum and looking at the art. Don't you see SpongeBob's arm in Mr. Krabs' desk? Yes. But that doesn't mean anything. It could just be his arm, which we all know he has thousands of. Commissions are paying for an artwork to be made for you. NFTs are buying something that already exists. NFTs are like commissions, except the artist has control of their own content. Yeah, honestly, it is. Like, you can this person feels like they're just trying to sell cryptocurrency, so I'm going to hide them. Yeah, please don't spam. What are you trying to say? NFTs I read that. The NFTs you don't even own the image you own a link to is very, very dumb. Well, you do own something. Whether or not you think it's dumb doesn't really change anything. It's still valuable. And it's valuable because people believe in it. And if you don't believe in it, then yeah, it's got no value. But people who believe in it see the value and see the equity. That's a big thing. That's like equity, meaning like let's say I wasn't doing NFTs, but I was like, give me $1,000 for Dog of Wisdom, and you get a little badge that has the dog on it. People would probably go for that, actually. They would probably like that even more, even though that's crazy. It's just like a stupid little badge that you put on your profile, and people can see and go, wow. The problem with that is that once you get that badge, there's nothing you can do with it. You can't sell it, even though it costs you $1,000. You should be able to sell it. That's something NFTs fixes. That's like you're getting the artwork and you can sell it. It might, it's probably worth less than what you paid for it, but it could also be worth a lot more. If you actually believe in the crypto, like if you believe that crypto is actually safe, secure money, then it could be worth a ton. Like, I sold mine for 1,000 Tezos, which is like, that's like $3,000, and like that's money. It's not really worth that much. Like the price of Tezos goes up and down. And let her know or something. Why did the girl walk away at the end looking depressed? Was it because Victor yelled no? It was because he yelled. It was because she saw that he was having a fight with someone. So she's like, should get out of here. Although I did make that ambiguous. Thought maybe it was possible that she was like disgusted with him, but I didn't want it to be like clear, so I made it ambiguous. I thought you meant a physical dog wisdom, not a profile badge. No, I mean like, yeah, like a silly little badge that you wear next to your name that says that you gave to this. And it's like, that's something people would go for. Like on Twitch, people would do that shit. The way Patrick says, it's not him, at the end gave me the creeps. I also like when he says, it's not him. Oh, I gotta fix these legs, damn it. Oh my gosh. Look how bad. Look how much work I need to do on these. No, wrong fucking frame. There we go. Yeah, I keep doing this shit. I'm gonna move all these frames to the right key. Okay, and then this could probably be, oh, yeah. Then this could probably be like that. Almost. I mean, that doesn't look that bad. But honestly, you won't even really see this leg too well. Yeah, it looks good. Save that. Yeah, I wasn't really excited about the idea of making physical dog of wisdom merchandise. Honestly, I think that's kind of bad for the environment. That's not great. I mean, toys are cute, but I don't know if I want to contribute to them. I feel like there's probably a similar looking dog that you can buy already. A lot of these are questions I've already answered. get some real movement to this. Looks really odd, but alright, I guess. Move the dog more. This. No, I mean, it looks like I'm not supposed to have two of those. There are two of them! There we go. Who the fuck was quoting that before? Do you look at a lot of dog references or just do it by eye? You know, actually, I didn't. I looked at nothing. The only thing I looked at was, you know, it doesn't really, I don't think it really counts because I haven't seen this video in years, but it's based on a video I saw of my dachshund. And, you know, she was being really cute with the mirror, barking at it and running around. I'm just doing what I remember from seeing that video. Long ass time ago now. It's probably like 20 years ago. It was cute, but I don't know where that video went. Yeah, I feel like that's going a little too fast. I should move these frames out. And yeah, I should also animate dog's legs. Joe, are you having a good time? Yeah, I'm doing okay. Getting some stuff done on this. Yeah, I feel like if I wasn't answering so many questions, I'd probably have more time to work on the animation. But like, you know, just know that I'm working on other shit behind the scenes too. This is not done because I only work on it on stream. We keep having conversations instead of working. Oh man, the really like difficult thing to do should be to have the dog like scratch its head with its back leg. It might be worth it actually. I don't know if the character is capable of that though. Let me just for fun try posing it like that. Oh my god, I can already tell I'm gonna have a bad time. I really don't think this is gonna happen. Also, it's a dachshund. Are their legs even long enough? Make it stretchy, maybe. The dog probably has to like curl up a lot. Like this. Too much. Oh, I see. I don't really have any I don't really have the bones correct. Like this should just move the head, but like it's rather this one should move the head, and this one should move the chest, but nothing moves the chest. You know, except doing that. So I actually don't really have all my UVs, or not UVs, my weights. Oh man. I mean, it's not too late to fix it, but it might fuck up the whole animation if I do that. Man, this shit's back. Hot girls and boys report. Maybe instead I could have the dog like biting its own ass. That would be funny too. Yeah. I think I better go. Let me just show it one more time. Still needs a lot of work, but we can see like small little things that I did today. Right there and here. Barely got anything done, but unfortunately I have to go already.